What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. I thought, heck, let's take a look at my profile. I haven't looked at it in a long time, so I want to go over the equipment, see what Warframe thinks are my most used equipment versus what I think are my most played things, or my favorite, whatever, if you want to call it. And I know there's some discrepancies there. So let's take a look at it anyway. Of course, you know, Founder, Pluto, Outer Terminus. Still love going over there. Gold Tiger. Getting close to Dragon level, but not quite there because I don't have all the latest stuff yet. But let's go ahead and take a look here. So, as determined by the system, Oberon is my #1 used frame. Skana Prime is my #1 used melee. Helios Deconstructor, of course, my most used Sentinel. Should be of no surprise to you guys on any of those, actually, to be honest. Now, if we look progress-wise, okay, and we scroll down, I got 324 of 339 things fully finished. So, yeah, I'm missing a few items. So we'll just scroll all the way down to the bottom here just to see where we're at. Once we get past all the max rank, yeah, lots of that, some extra max ranked, overly max ranked. And then I think we're just about there. Yeah, we're just about there. So here we go. Here's where we're at. These are all the items that I obviously do not have or have not completed as of yet. So the Volcar Wraith, I'm almost at level 30 with that. I stopped because I had a fully ranked up Volcar that I've got all set up and happy with, though I do like that Wraith anyway, but I got to finish that off. Ivara, I've just never finished her. She just, for some odd reason, just never was a frame that I actually enjoyed. I don't know. I thought I would really enjoy it, but it just came to not. So I have to finish that off. Veritux, it's still like the first melee weapon you get in Archwing, I think it is, if I'm correct. I just haven't finished it because I don't really play too much Archwing. Hopefully that changes with the new stuff coming up. We got the Boar and the Strun. I'm working on the Strun right now, just basically leveling it up. I got the Boar I've got to finish leveling up. I've got Mag. Obviously, I've got to level up. Now here's the thing. I've got to actually go back and refarm the parts for Mag to build Mag to finish leveling her up. Go figure. So, just so you know, it's obvious that you can reach Mastery Rank 21 without having done everything. But here's where I'm at still. AK Stiletto Prime, obviously the new thing, don't have that. Fragor Prime, obviously don't have that. Vauban Prime, obviously don't have that. Carrier Prime, still need the parts for that. The Furies, I actually have the Furies, I just haven't started ranking it. Just, I don't know. I just got to throw it in there and let it rank by itself. I should do it now before they change the system and everything gets all wonky. I've got a Latron that I still got to level up, but I've got my Latron Prime and I really enjoy that, so I guess I've never gone back to the Latron, but I got to get that. One more piece still needed for the Nikana Prime. One more piece still needed for the Saren Prime before I can start building those. The Spyro Prime and of course Vauban Prime, but honestly, Vauban Prime is just dangly bits. He's got nothing that he offers to me. I'm going to stick with my multi-form with Vauban. To be honest, I think it seems a little odd, but you know, Vauban Prime is probably going to be the first Prime that is a mastery fodder for me in terms of how it is. I just, you know, I don't know. I mean, I've put so much time into my regular Vauban and it's just fine for me, and having the new abilities on regular Vauban means that the whole 50 shield difference that Vauban Prime offers plus energy orbs doesn't really do much for me because I've got my focus system. I can use my Zeneric and get my my extra energy as I need it. But so that's where I stand there. Now let's take a look here. Let's come over to Warframes, and not progress but used. Now mind you, used is based off of the amount of time you've used it in the game. So I've used Oberon 14% of the few thousand hours that I've played this game, or 2,000 plus hours. I've played this game, 14% of that time has been with Oberon. It has nothing to do with your XPs gained, your kills, kill assists, none of that. It's based off of how much you've used. And I would love to see more sorted features in here instead of just progress used and named. I'd love to see the extra features that base it off of XP, base it off of kills, that type of thing, because really it's kind of partially incorrect when you're looking at the list, right? Oberon is definitely my most used and probably my favorite frame. Loki is one of my top 5. The Loki Prime is one of my top 5. It has been for a long time. And Frost Prime has been one for a long time for me. But when you're looking at this top 5 in here, top 6, if you will, I think Excalibur Prime, Ash, and Necros actually don't need to be there. Not that I don't enjoy them. I mean, really the only frame that I don't actually enjoy is Ivara, but that's just me. Maybe I just haven't found something to click with it yet, you know? But it's actually going to be Oberon as my favorite. Okay, then we've got, let me find it here. Then we got Neza that is quickly coming up here as my second favorite. But see, I'm only used it 2% of the time, but that's because it's only been out for a short amount of time. So I'd have to actually play this probably for like a year straight or more. 2 years straight in order to get up to where Oberon's at. Then I've got my Loki Prime, I've got my Frost Prime, and those are my top 4. In terms of number 5, I mean, I guess... Gosh, let me see. This is kind of picky. I mean, I would have to say Anaros rounds off the top 1 for me. In terms of mine. So I'd have Anaros here that I really enjoy in my top 5. Obviously Neza in my top 5. Frost Prime, Loki Prime, and Oberon are my top 5, but that's not how it shows here. Now, if you want to go based off of XP or kills, the game would tell me Oberon, okay, then I believe it's going to be Neza. Then my third most kills is actually on the original Nova, which I have not touched Nova in years. That's my third most with kills. And that was Nova pre-changes, I believe. I mean, everybody else is pretty low in terms of the numbers, though Ember Prime's up there pretty good on the numbers. Vauban, obviously, you can see he's pretty decent. He's actually number 4 on my list in terms of kills. And then comes Mag Prime, which I haven't used in a long time. But you can see the numbers. Whereas Frost Prime, he's what he is. I usually want to do Frost Prime, I'm playing solo anyway, so... Loki Prime, I don't need a lot of kills when I'm using Loki Prime, but look at that XP. There's just unbelievable amount of XP gained right here with Loki Prime for everything. Go figure. But yeah, so anyone that's ever wondering, Oberon, Neza, Anaros, Loki Prime, and Frost Prime are my top 5. Of course, that's not how it is determined in here. Okay. If you're still paying attention here, and we look at this, I would say Bratton Prime is definitely way up there. Yeah, that's a weapon of choice there. Bratton Vandal is another one of my favorites. See where you have the Boltor? I used the Boltor Prime here forever because it was the weapon that was out. I'm not saying it's my favorite because it's not. I don't really use it much anymore. Matter of fact, I use those Syndic primaries a lot more. Tiburon's up here. Okay, but I mean, when you're looking at the top weapons, it's going to tell you Bratton Prime, Boltor Prime, Bratton Vandal, which of course, you know, exclusive. Soma, Dread, Grakata. Yeah, I love the Grakata, I actually do. Then we got the Heck. I've spent a lot of time with the Heck, but the numbers just don't seem to be there. But I've spent more time with the Syndicate Heck now. But I would definitely say for me, Bratton Prime, Bratton Vandal are in my top. Tiburon, we know, is in my top. Looking through here, the Sanctuary Tigris is up there. I do like the Sanctuary Tigris. I just haven't put a lot of time into it. But the Syndicate weapons are of choice these days for me. Obviously, the Telos Boltor, I've got that one set up pretty nice where I like it. The Torrid, I do love my Torrid. Though, look, it says I've only used it 1% of the time, but go figure. Vacor Heck, look at that. That's right there. Yeah, he's one of my favorites right there, the Vacor Heck. You know, you can see I got a couple here that I don't have. The Dara Vandal, I leveled it basically. That's all I ever did with it. It's not even... Dexapars I like. But if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to pretty much use the Syndicate ones in terms of when I want to get in some high level stuff going on. And of course, you know, they're Master Rank 12, so why the heck not, right? But the Brattons, as you can see, are in the top here, the Bratton family. Bratton Prime, Bratton Vandal are my two favorite that I always use in terms of rifles. Burst is going to be the Tiburon. And then, of course, the Vacor Heck is my favorite there in terms of shotguns. Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on here. Secondaries, Brack, I think. Well, I don't use secondaries a whole heck of a lot, do I? I mean, I've got my Sonicore, that's my favorite by far. That I obviously 20 million almost versus what used to be the Brack, right? Yeah, there you go. The Sonicore is my favorite here. Just looking quickly. Yeah, it doesn't say the Sonicore is my most used because, well... Oh, look at that. Twin Grakata's got some good damage going on in there. XPs, I've used them a lot. There's not really a lot of decent secondary weapons out there. They really need to work on that. Come up with some good secondaries. I mean, honestly, there's not really that many that I like that much. So this just kind of, I ranked it up, that's all. 4 kills, look at that. 4 kills with the Twin Comac. All it is gives me 8 more shots than the regular Comac. So yeah, that was a rank up and put to the side. Rare that I do that, but Sonicore is obviously my favorite right there. Used. Twin Grakata's coming here is probably my second favorite most used. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, I mean, I've done some here with the Angstrom, but I don't use it a lot. The Marlock, you know, they're alright. Yeah. So whatever. Melee is the Skana Prime. 12% of my time here, but I mean, I've spent more in terms of XP on the Dacra Prime. Of course, that was a big thing. I'm really up here on the Broken War. Of course, we should. Duh. Dragon Nikana's up here. I really like my swords, as you can tell. I'm a sword guy. Just taking a quick look here. Don't really spend a lot on the heavies. It's all about the swords for me. Dex Stacker is up there, pretty decent numbers. Well, I mean, there is the sheave, you know. Can't go wrong with the sheave too, but just looking at them in the used state here. Yeah, so I mean, this top row is actually pretty well set up here. I mean, these I would say are probably my most used. The Amphis, yes. The sheave, yes. The Dacra Prime, the Skana Prime, Broken War, Dragon Nikana. These are definitely my top ones. So this actually sits pretty well in terms of how it is. Sentinels, hello. I mean, really. Deconstructor Helios, what else can I say? Until you've used it properly, you know, you wouldn't go back to carriers, like, whatever. Pets, I would say this probably lays out pretty well too in terms of pets. I love my Chesa Kubra, which obviously you can tell, though it's never done any kills, go figure, but I've gotten all that XP off it. I don't know. Like Rexa, yeah. Sunika, yeah. Sahasa, and the Huras. I would say this probably lays out pretty well for me in terms of these. I mean, that's obvious, which is my favorite, right? Arcwing should be obvious to everybody. It's going to be sitting right there, the It's All. Nothing else even comes close to it, and it's just a perfect one for me. Arcwing weapons. It's just the Imperator because of the amount of time I've used it. I mean, it is, but obviously you can say the Imperator Vandal is my favorite. And I'm getting close to the time used on it. Getting close. But the other ones are just there. This is the one that sits for me. Just my favorite. And Arc Melee, the Centaur, everything else doesn't compare. Doesn't even compare to this. So, anyway, I thought, heck, what the heck. I'd go through some of this stuff with you guys if you wanted to see what's going on. 61 days, 16 hours, 36 minutes, and 4 seconds. 1,481 recorded hours in-game since I restarted the game. Not including all of my beta gameplay. Go figure. And mind you, I restarted this partway through open beta because we had that opportunity to do that, and I did. So I lost some hours in there because Steam shows me at like 2,000 hours, so there is a big difference in those hours. Skill 30, gross income 130 million credits. 130 million. Solar progress, everything's there. Still hold a good completion rate versus quit rate, and quit rate is usually when something stupid happens, the game freezes and you have to quit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Been around for every single event. Every single one. I didn't do the Ratham. I didn't even care about doing that thing. Didn't need to, because one of our guys, he worked his ass off for that trophy for us. So there is that. We've got our showing you my syndicates. As you can see, I run 4 syndicates, 4 out of the 6. I've barely touched Conclave. Cephalon Samaras, I need to get more into him to get some new stuff, the mods or whatever. Challenges. We've got 156 of 165. The only challenges left are currently just level up challenges, mastery rank challenges. That's all it is. That's all I've got left that I haven't completed. Anyway, I'm done rambling. I'll catch you guys in another episode. I thought I'd just show this off, my profile, if you will, because why the heck not? Anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you got comments, questions, as always, please do feel free to leave them below. Stay tuned. I got some new ideas coming up here on things I want to showcase for Warframe.